Hi, my little sugar plums. I'm so glad you're joining me for story time today. This is my favorite time of the day. Well, let's look inside my special treasure box and see what we're going to read about today. Let's look in. Oh my goodness, look at this beautiful colors. It's a paint smock. And look at all the colors I've got on my smock. I bet the story is going to be about painting. Let's see. It says, I Ain't Gonna Paint No More by Karen Beaumont and illustrated by David Catrow. One day my mama caught me painting pictures on the floor and the ceiling and the walls and the curtains and the doors, and I heard my mama holler like I never heard her before. You ain't gonna paint no more. Look at that. She got paint everywhere, and look who's in the tub with her. Her doggie. What's Mama doing here? She's putting the things up high in the closet, the paint. I ain't gonna paint no more, no more. I ain't gonna paint no more. But look what she does. She stacks things real high so she can get into the paint. Oh, she's gonna be in trouble. That's what I say, but there ain't no way that I ain't gonna paint no more. So I take some red and I paint my head. Now I ain't gonna paint no more. Oh, what the heck, gonna paint my neck. Now I ain't gonna paint no more. Still, I just can't rest till I paint my chest. Now I ain't gonna paint no more. Guess there ain't no harm if I paint my arm. Now I ain't gonna paint no more. I ain't gonna paint no more, but I just can't stand not to paint my hand. Now I ain't gonna paint no more. Then I see some black, so I paint my back. Now I ain't gonna paint no more. Like an Easter egg, gonna paint my, look, her leg. Now I ain't gonna paint no more. Still, I ain't complete till I paint my feet. Now I ain't gonna paint no more. I'm gonna paint no more. I ain't gonna paint no more. But I'm such a nut, gonna paint my, what? Look at her mom. I think she's very angry. You don't faint 'cause there ain't no paint, so I'm gonna paint no more. Look at her and the dog in the paint, and she can't paint anymore. Well, have you ever gotten into paint or gotten into something that your mommy asked you not to and got in trouble? Yeah, that happens, but you know, she usually says that because she doesn't want you to get hurt. Well, I'm so glad you joined me for I Ain't Gonna Paint No More. And I'll look forward to reading you a story another time. Bye.